Hello. How is everybody this morning? Hope you're doing good. I got my coffee going on. Yeah. If you see floaties in it, it's because Artie and I had a sugar donut, an old-fashioned donut, and I dip it in my coffee because otherwise it's a little bit dry. But yeah, just in case there's crud in my coffee and you're like, girl, what's that? So I'm trying to wake up. So I'm like, you know what? Instead of just messing on my phone or something, I'll come downstairs and do some image sorting and some chit-chatting. I was going through these. These are old recipe cards. I'm sure you recognize these. They're from, like, obviously from the colors, I'd say the 70s. 60-minute gourmet. And these were like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, I don't know how to read Roman numerals. I definitely need to look them up online. These were like a subscription thing, I believe. Like you'd buy the box and you'd probably get like the dividers and then like a handful of recipes, but then every month you'd get more recipes. I believe that's how that worked. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm just going through and taking out the ones that I really like, and then I'm just going to get rid of the rest because I don't have the room to really keep these. Oh, look at that. Little like heart-shaped carrots, maybe? Garnish. Man, it's funny looking at these pictures like before food photography was a thing. Because now, like, food photography, all the food is fake, right? Say, we have a friend, actually, who's a food photographer. Yeah, and it's really fascinating. But I did learn about it also in college, multimedia design. And, yeah, a lot of food now, like, this is all real food, obviously. But now it's, you know, the colors are enhanced, and like when you look at a burger in an ad, say like, you know, McDonald's, Burger King, whatever, like the juiciness on the burger is actually like varnish, and like like the drops of water on things are like, you know, like varnish. It's like, it's really funny actually. The things they do. And actually I just read that I think it's McDonald's, Burger King, I know it's Burger King for sure, and I think it's McDonald's and Wendy's that are currently in the middle of class action lawsuits because false advertising. They, shepherd's pie. Beef and potato pie, also called, I guess, shepherd's pie. Because they, their burgers don't look like they do in their ads. Which is kind of funny. I mean, of course they don't, but technically, I mean, they should. Like, people are saying, yeah, you don't get anywhere near the amount of ingredients and stuff. Like, you know, you look at an ad and a burger's this thick and you get it. It's like that thick and all smushed and stuff. Yeah. I mean, they do have a leg to stand on, I gotta tell you. And then I think one of the lawyers or something said, or maybe it was a judge, said that, you know, well, the burgers never look how they do in the ads. And it's like, no, they don't. And that's kind of the point, right? Shouldn't they? Shouldn't they be what you're getting if that's what they're advertising? I mean, it's true. I mean, it's been going on for decades, but it is false advertising, really. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. That's kind of neat. Yeah, these meat ones, they're not really pretty. Like, that's okay, but meh. I've got a lot of, chicken livers. I'm like, are those chicken wings? Those look horrible, but they still don't look very appetizing. Oh, God. It's like a cake. Some of these are nasty. I've even seen a couple gelatin ones in here. Good Lord. I saw a meme about that not long ago, and it was people saying, oh, nobody knows how to cook anymore, blah, blah, blah. The new generation doesn't know how to cook. And the girl's like, the girl who responded was like, sir, my grandmother knew 18 ways to serve meat in Jell-O. Her recipes need to, you know, be in a Foot Locker at the bottom of the ocean or some such thing. Really funny. Look at those. Those are totally anchovies yet. Which, yeah, it's true. It's true. Just because they're old recipes doesn't mean they're good. I do have a few old cookbooks though, and what I do like about them, I like the bread recipes. Those are always good. And I always try out some of the cake recipes. Yeah, because you never know, right? But I usually avoid, like, lobsters. I usually avoid the, usually meats and things. Crab is the only seafood I don't like. How about that? Because I grew up, we're on the ocean, so seafood's a big industry here. I grew up eating a lot of lobster. Lobster used to be poor people food, so I ate a lot of lobster. The only thing I don't like is, I love clams, is raw oysters, because, here we go, oysters. I'll eat oysters cooked. But raw oysters is a texture thing. It's, oh, it's not, yeah, no. Oh, scallops and legs, this looks like croquet Saint-Jacques. Croquet Saint-Jacques is an Acadian dish, and it's served on a scallop shell, like an actual scallop shell, and it's got all this like seafood and cream and stuff. So that's cool. If you guys hear noise, I'm sorry. Rob's out mowing the lawn, and he's also playing with his new flamethrower. Yes, I said flamethrower. So our house has a gravel driveway, and it's long and it's U-shaped, right? Like it goes around the back of the house. And we weren't aware. I wasn't aware that apparently, yeah, gravel driveways, weeds love to grow in them. Like our driveways look grown over almost. So this is a thing. Yeah, you can either get more gravel to put down, which doesn't stop it necessarily. Or you can use like weed killer and stuff, and we didn't want to do that. Or you can get a flamethrower. So Rob ordered a flamethrower on Amazon, and I can't believe he had it for like 2 weeks before he went and picked up a propane tank. Or we had a propane tank, like a barbecue size propane tank, but ours had expired. So it's like, okay, we got to get right on to going to Costco and getting a new one, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'm glad that we saw that on the internet. What this guy does is he takes his propane tank and attaches it to a dolly, like a hand truck dolly, and he just pulls it around the driveway that way. And it's like, oh, that's great, because I mean, you could attach a small propane tank to the torch itself, but we've got really long driveways, so yeah, he'd have to get it filled probably multiple times. But anyway, I'm in the house here minding my business, and all of a sudden it sounds like there's, you know, a fighter jet landing in my backyard. I'm like, what is that? I go outside, sure enough, oh my goodness, this thing is so loud. We watch YouTube videos on how these other people, like, you know, they killed the weeds in their driveway, blah, blah, blah. We watch other YouTube videos, and man, oh man. I don't know what kind of flamethrower he bought, but it is loud. So yeah, my windows are closed here in the craft room. But I mean, I'm right on the driveway, one of the driveways. So if it gets loud, that's why. And he's also mowing the lawn too. So yeah. So yesterday we went into town because my dad did our brakes on the car, which was nice. Very nice of him. And I spent some time with my sister, which was nice. My sister Vanessa, she's the, on my dad's side, she's the next oldest one. She's 8 years younger than me. Yeah, so that was fun. Get to see all her new decor and stuff in her house. It's funny because I didn't know that she was super creative like I was. She partakes in the little bit of smoky smoke. So when I used to have craft nights, she'd do that, and then she'd finger paint. So I just thought she finger painted. But then like last year, it wasn't even a year ago, she posted some rocks that she had painted when she wasn't, you know, under the influence. And it's legal in Canada, by the way. And it's medicinal thing. It's a medicinal thing. Anyway, yeah, I saw these rocks. I'm like, did you paint these? They were like super detailed. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I didn't know you were actually artistic. I'm like, I know you like to finger paint. But yeah, anyway, she's got all these really cool things like going on at her house. Like she made this, well, this isn't really surprising because her mother, my stepmother, has a green thumb. Like this woman can grow anything. It's just phenomenal. Yeah, she took the trees, like it's fantastic that she was able to see this. She had trees on the front of her property, and like the trees are cut down to a certain point so that she can have lawn, but then there's like quite a swatch of trees, at least a good 20 feet, I'd say, between the end of her lawn and the road. So all these trees that are there, she looks at them and she's like, you know what, that would be so easy to do this with. And then so like she shaped them and things, and she made like a little dome. And then inside, like you kind of go in this little like little alcove or whatever, and inside she's got like 3 hammocks. She did the floor. She put down like cardboard to kill the weeds, and then she put down she got a couple loads of sand. And so it's not all nice and sandy in there. So the dog loves it in there. Her great big German Shepherd. She goes in there and lays down. And yeah, she's got like 3 hammocks in there. And it's all just like the structure is all just made from trees that she kind of like wound together, and like I probably tied some together. But yeah, they're all like bent together. It's so cool. Very, very cool. So yeah, that was nice. And then she's got, on We call it the family compound because it's my dad's land. He owns 25 acres of land on the outskirts of town. And there's a big old farmhouse there. It's over 100 years old. My grandfather had lived there for a bit before he passed, my dad's dad. And so nobody lives in the farmhouse anymore. There was a fire when my grandfather was there, so they just kind of, that was it. My grandfather was old enough that he just moved in with my dad instead for the last couple of years of his life. But, oh yeah, I'm sorting these images, by the way. These are the ones that I fussy cut. Check out this honking thing. When I'm watching TV in the evenings, this is what I do. I fussy cut images to relax. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, there's the big old farmhouse. And there's also, my sisters, both of my sisters have mini homes on there that were put on there like a year ago. And then apparently my dad has bought a couple houses. He managed to score a couple houses that were needed to be moved. So, I mean, that's a great option, apparently. I always avoided it and never looked because I was like, no, that's way too much like ordeal to deal with. But apparently, if you get a house that needs to be moved, I mean, you can get it for super cheap. And then apparently moving it isn't that bad. So it ends up, being worth it often. So yeah, that's what he did. There's, I think, 3 houses in town, he said, together that are being torn down for an apartment complex. So not torn down, but they need to be moved. Look at this haunted house. Isn't that so cute? So that's going to go, these are going to go in my files. Oh wait, there's a milk one in there. Yeah, milk. I want to keep the milk because here I am talking and I'm not really sorting. I'm just kind of like moving stuff around. Okay, I kind of like these. I think I'll put these in these will go in the, I want to journal with them things, as will this, because I'm doing a page for my grandfather who was a milkman. And this I will put in a pile for holidays. I've got my holiday stuff sorted into totes, but not sorted by holiday yet. That's kind of, when I'm done getting the studio sorted. So, so my dad is buying these 2 houses to put on the farm, on the land. That is so cute, isn't it? Look at that. So cute. Little infographic. This was from that reader that I hauled the other day. And one is for my brother and her girlfriend, his girlfriend. And the other, apparently my dad and stepmom are moving into, and they're going to sell their house, which is just across the street. Look at that. That's so funny. I think, no, it's hand drawn. I was going to say, is that a real x-ray? So yeah, anyway, I hung out at the compound for a while Dad was changing our tires. This is a cute infographic too. Very cute. Yeah, nice to catch up with my sister. She's going for surgery this week, so she's kind of worked up and freaked out about that. So it was nice to, spend some time with her, and I'm sure everything will be fine. Isn't that so cute? I'm trying not to save everything, right? Like I want to, and then I save the blank papers. Those go over into, those will be on my mail sorting shelf to become, signatures or what have you. Yeah. So what else? We have new friends coming over this evening. It'll be our first time entertaining dinner-wise in the new house, which is nice. We have the upstairs unpacked enough that we feel like we can do this now. We won't be spending much time in the basement, but hey, the upstairs is not bad. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Little raspberry thing. Oh, I'm totally putting that in my green glue book. Get cracking. I thought that was so cute. Do I want to put that? Do I want to file that away? Or no, I'm going to put that. Maybe I'll put that in my yellow glue book, actually. I mean, that could go in the orange, right? I think that's why I saved that. Oh, and here's an Easter thingy. So yeah, I was up late last night making a cheesecake. Cotton candy. And that's going in my yellow glue book. Isn't that pretty? Just a little bit of green. I think that'll be cute for my garden journal or some such thing. I like the colors on this too. I'm going to put those, I think, in my collage bin or use soon bin. Yeah, so I made a cheesecake last night. I made key lime cheesecake, and I made that because that's the one I've made most out of my cheesecake cookbook. I have a cookbook that's just cheesecakes, and I love it. So I'm still trying to get a feel for my oven. So I'm like, yeah, I'll make a cheesecake that I've made before, you know, lots of times. It's Rob's favorite, so yeah. But anyway, I couldn't find key limes. They didn't have key limes, and I asked Google, and she said that key limes are in season right now. But when I thought about it, I was like, wait, I always make key lime cheesecake in January, and I have no problem finding key limes then. So I think up here, yeah, it's more of a January thing. Look at all these Liberty quilts. I'm totally going to tuck these right into my New York bin so I can get going on those New York journals again. I can't wait for that. The ones that I was following Kim Newberg's tutorial with. Four. Yeah. Cute. These all came out of one magazine. Cute, right? So yeah, cheesecake, yum. It looked pretty good. Not sure how it turned out, but it looks good, so that's all that matters, right? No. Oh, and I just took apart some books that, you know, I didn't necessarily want to cut images out of the pages individually, but I took the staples out of the signature, so this way I have full folded over pages that can just go directly into other signatures. Tuck those in randomly. Can't wait to have my mail shelf. I told Rob, the mail sorting shelf is what's holding up the progress in my studio, because I've got a bunch of stuff that I'm going to put on there, and there's stuff that there's stuff as well that I kind of want to put on there, but I'm not sure if it's going to have a place yet. And if I could get things and organize that shelf, I think it would be pretty well the last step I need in here to be able to finish organizing. I have got a lot done in here. Definitely like the baker's racks that we bought for the shelves, for the closets. Oh, fantastic. What a great idea. Those were awesome. See, these are all I can tuck those right into signatures. And I've got the bin for them. Sorry, I keep having to stand up, reach. I got the bin for them over here on the edge of the table. That's kind of where I'm tucking things that aren't, yeah, they're going elsewhere kind of thing. But I've got my little bins all here to sort. Here, I'll show you all my little boxes and bins. See, I've got like words, glue books, fussy cutting, etc., etc. I got a bunch more. Yeah, what else? Bought a flamethrower. No big deal. Got the brakes done on the car. Oh wait, hang on. I just threw that out and look at that. It's a little bitty seahorse. I can just take that and put that right in my glue book like that. Just a little bit of seahorse print on my seahorse page. So these will go in holidays. Oh, Luna peeing on the floor because Luna's a jerk. So I think I told you guys a couple weeks ago, yeah, Luna had started peeing on the floor, and we were just so, I was so over it. I was like, does anybody want an almost 19-year-old cat? Because I just can't with this cat anymore. But we figured it out. So Luna's room is Luna's room, the living room. I don't think I told you guys this yet, did I? If I did, if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry. Isn't that beautiful? So she's claimed the living room as hers. And yeah, at the old house, the basement was hers. So she kind of spent all her time down there. And the only person she saw, you know, for a lot of time, or a large swatch of time, would be Rob, because he worked down there. But she's claimed the living room. And so, I mean, we're up there a lot, right? These are so cute, right? And so she's gotten used to, like, especially me being around her all day. So we got the rec room downstairs done enough that we could watch TV. So it was like kind of warm for a few days. Oh, wait. No, hang on. Some of these are holidays. I'm putting these over here just for whatever. Yeah, so it was warm and we're like, hey, let's go downstairs and watch TV. Sweet. We got the rec room, whatever. So, and then Artemis came down with us. He doesn't like to go to the living room because Luna hates him. If you watch my short video, Luna, You watched my short with Luna hissing at Artemis because he was coming upstairs. She was on the stairs yelling at me to come upstairs and feed her. And then he came with me and she's like, not you. I'm talking to Mom. But yeah. So because of that, for a couple nights in a row, we didn't hang out with Luna on the couch. That's our little routine after supper and after we're kind of done everything. These cake decorating pics are awesome from that 1970s catalog. Yeah, so she started peeing because she was protesting because we weren't spending time with her. So once I caught on to that and I was like, wait, hang on. I think I know what the problem is. And we started spending time upstairs again. She's fine. She hasn't peed on anything. Yep. This is Luna. She's an emotional peer. Just like she's a spite pooper. If you do something to her and she'll go poop on your stuff because, you know, she's getting you back or whatever. Yeah, isn't that cute? I'll put that right in my little orange glue book. So yeah, mischief managed. Luna. Seriously, this cat. They're funny, but you know. Yeah, I love all these old like bits and pieces for cake decorating magazine. Is that good? Is that good? Okay. So yeah, tonight our new friends that are coming over, it's so cool. One of them's vegetarian, so what I decided to do, one of our favorite recipes, if I think of it too, or wait, I'll write it down. I gotta write it down. I'll link it below. It's a recipe we found on All Recipes, like, I don't know, we've been making it a good, like, I'd say at least like 10-15 years. It's called Chicken Vicious. And it's appropriately named. It is, even in the recipe description, it's like not for the faint of heart. This sauce is made from a whole lot of white vinegar, soya sauce and sugar. And when you dump the sauce into the pan, it clears your sinuses. It's very scary sounding, but oh my God, it's so good. If you love, like, you know, Asian food and kind of, you know, spicy, tangy, whatever, very good. So I was thinking and I was like, you know what? Okay, I don't know anything about tofu, really. I've never cooked with tofu. I've had tofu a few times, but I've never like made it myself. So I was like, I wonder if I could just substitute tofu like for the chicken, like just 1-to-1 kind of thing. So I asked Rob, because Rob used to be vegetarian. So he's like, yeah, you can do that, no problem. So we picked up some tofu and I think it's going to work great in this recipe. Fingers crossed. It's definitely one of our favorite recipes. Look at these colors. I just cut this out. It was just a little scrap because of the colors. Love those colors. Oh, where am I putting colors? I have a bin of just brightly colored things. Brightly colored papers. Oh, speaking of colors, look at this orange. Isn't that pretty? A little bit of that will go in my orange glue book. And I mean, eventually I am going to make single colored journals. Monochromatic journals. There we go. Oh, orange as well. Okay, really funny. So this is the book that I got the other day at Salvation Army, the cake decorating book, 1979 Wilton Yearbook. I opened it up last night and look at this. Okay, so Spruce Street was the next street over from Churchill, which is where we lived in our old house. So yeah, I was like, what? And even weirder, yesterday we were in town and we were hungry. We just wanted to do a quick stop, whatever, not sit down kind of thing. So we went to McDonald's and we just kind of sat out front of McDonald's in their parking spots and ate. We could see this house from there. Like it was the house in front of us. It's so weird. And we were talking about it. We're like, oh man, I wonder who lives there. It's probably like little Nanny and Grampy because they have all these little like, cute flower pots and stuff out and blah, blah, blah. And we were talking about this house. And then I opened this magazine up last night as I'm doing some harvesting and I sent it to Rob. And I'm like, this is so weird. And he's like, whoa, that is so weird. Things like that happen. It's like, woo. This from Somerset Studio. I'm going to keep this as a collage background for sure. I could see putting like a big person on there image. I've been kind of feeling the collaging lately. I haven't done any collaging. I feel like I haven't done any collaging or journaling at all for a bit. Oh, I saved this for an idea. Book of Treasures. So what this person did, Heather Dutton, she took like a sketchbook or whatever, and she saves clips out of magazines and things and saves them in there for ideas. So even here, she's got like, this is like a little fabric swatches, and it's got the little little URL there. Yeah, and she's got the little what the artist's name is and stuff. So yeah, things that she wants to remember. So that's really cool, creating a mood. So I'm going to read this, yeah, and I think I really like the idea, and she just kind of doodles around them. Isn't that pretty? That's cool because, yeah, I often save things that I'm like, okay, this is really inspiring me, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So I've been kind of keeping things and just kind of putting them aside. So, and I'm like, okay, I'll read them eventually, and then I'll, I'll take what I want out of them. So for example, like I saved this page, but really this is the part that interests me. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, so I'm just going to tuck that into my collage pile for now. That's a great thing to do with these Somerset magazines. Like, I've been going through them. I hate to go through them because they started out, they're like $15 Canadian, and I think now they're like close to 20. So it's really hard to cut up a $20 magazine. And I know that's not even the most expensive magazine. Like Flow magazine's like, I think almost like $50 now, and Uppercase magazine's like 40. But yeah, I've got all this beautiful art that someone else made, but it's like, what do I do with it? So yeah, I tuck it into my glue books and things for backgrounds, so then I can enjoy it forever and ever. And I got all these little bits. I'll be tucking those into my collage folder too. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at that. There's some like vellum or something. No, I don't think that's vellum. I think it's just clear, like acetate, but it's got a like a background on it. But that's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, I have that scrapping paper too. Yeah, so things like that. It's like, you know what? I really like the look of this vellum kind of thing with something behind it, blah, blah, blah. So I take things like that. And it's like, oh, I'm totally going to do that part of it or whatever. Christmas. So right now I have a cardboard box under my desk, and what it is, it's all these images that are going to go into my ephemera folders in my filing cabinets. So when I sort through images, I just put them down there, and yeah, I've got a couple boxes that need to be sorted currently. I'm gonna move this over here a little bit. And what I got going on my table is I've got bin for collage. So yeah, that's kind of my collage books, but sometimes I kind of also put stuff in there that I want to use, but I'm not sure if I want to use it for collage or what, but I'll put it in there. Because it's like images I really like right now. I got words, and I got, yeah, my glue books. So that's my colored glue books, my monochromatic glue books, my scavenger hunt glue books. So any of the categories in there, my alphabet glue book, all that stuff. Yeah, a bin for fussy cutting images that kind of made it through that I changed my mind. I want a fussy cut. Upcoming journals. So I've got a good amount of journals that are upcoming, and I have a bin for like my personal journals kind of thing. So things that I want to make a journal page about, like I had said earlier about my grandfather being a milkman. Like I want to do a journal spread about that. So I've been saving like the 1950s milk ads and things. Oh, I do want to show you guys something else. So exciting. So this Freak Lunchbox is a candy store. Originally opened in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I'm going to say at least 25 years ago, because I'm pretty sure I was there. Pretty sure my first time there, I was 20-ish, 19, 20, something like that. And yeah, they finally opened here. So I went the other day. Very excited, very excited. And it's weird because some of their things are like super, like really good priced. And then other things are like ridiculous. I assume like it must be from, how far they have to import them. So I got some Crush Pop in flavors that we can't get here. And it was like $2.50 a can. And I'm like, you know what? That's almost retail. So that's almost what you pay for a normal can, right? Oh, look at this. That is so beautiful. I love the color wheel. Yeah, so I got a few cans. I got pineapple, which in Canada, Pineapple Crush is only sold in Newfoundland. So Rob definitely has a huge soft spot for Pineapple Crush. So I bought him a can of that. And I also got Strawberry Crush and Peach Crush. Oh my God, the Peach Crush was so good. So, so good. Rob loves the Strawberry Crush. I found it a little sweet. But yeah, he's all about it. And then I got, like, there was like, I was going to get him, they had like churro Kit Kats, and he really likes churros. So that's not something you can get here really. But they were like, I don't know, it was like $9 for a churro Kit Kat. And I was like, no, I don't think so. Yeah. Cute. Oh, look, isn't this cute? That is so cute. All right. I feel like my coffee's kicking in, so maybe I should go tidy up upstairs. Rob did a lot of my dishes last night. He's the best. Usually I like to try to do them as I bake, but last night it was like, no, it was way too late. So yeah, I gotta go and sweep and vacuum, and I think I'm pretty well good upstairs. Maybe do a load of laundry, and I think that's about it. I think we're good for today. Woohoo! All right, so yeah, I hope you guys have a great long weekend. Rob's American coworkers were surprised to hear that Canada celebrates Labor Day too. We do. Yeah, so I hope you all have a good long weekend, and yeah, I hope it's beautiful out for you, etc. And I will see you next week. Bye!